Good afternoon, everybody. What's going on, everyone? Wednesday, October 9th, 2024. My name is Kevin Smith. Thank you all so much for tuning in to Loud Majority Live. We got a jam-packed show for you guys today. How are you? I got some bigly Donald Trump announcements. The King of New York is coming home, baby. The King of New York is coming home. We will get you all of the... I fully admit, I didn't think this was going to happen. It had been rumored to be going on for quite some time, but I didn't really believe logistically it was going to happen. It seems as though it is. Donald Trump coming to the Cathedral of Sport, Madison Square Garden. This is right at the exact same time as Melania Trump attempting to donate to a children's foundation. Her donation was denied because of who she is. Absolutely disgusting. Joe Biden says that Ron DeSantis is doing a phenomenal job with the hurricane response down in Florida. We're going to go over all the horrifying details about that. The Weather Channel put out a simulator that is absolutely going to make your heads, I don't know if you guys have seen it yet, but it is absolutely horrifying stuff. We're going to show you guys all that. And later in the show, we are going to be joined by Anthony Constantino, who has become a little famous in upstate New York for something very interesting. Something very, very interesting. Make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Before we get started, guys, hit that thumbs up button. Share the video out all over the place. I want to share some good news, okay? Because on this show, a lot of times we are doom, we are gloom. Well, our supply truck that we sent down to North Carolina has arrived. Here are some of the videos of I took this right off my Twitter, so there you go. Here are the photos of the supplies that got unloaded in the mountains of North Carolina. This is unbelievable. I want to look at this. This is out of control. How incredible you guys are, how great your donations have been, how amazing. Also, Callie in the chat, I know you are stressed out to the max right now. I want to thank you for doing this. This is all you. I butt amplified the message. This is all you. You did this. If you want, put the wish list in the chat. Why is everybody saying I believe? Why is everybody saying I believe? What is going on here? What is the I believe thing? Did I miss something here? I don't know what that is. But I don't know why everybody's saying that. Somebody let me know. But, Callie, if you want to put the wish list in the chat so that people can buy, so that people can continue to donate. We have 2 more tractor trailers that are going to be going out over the course of the next week or so. Stay tuned for all the details on that. If you are one of the local viewers, I'm going to be cutting videos over the course of the weekend on what we are going to need, what we're going to need for that. Once again, Jeremy asked us to. Okay, well, thank you, Jeremy. All righty, there we go. I'm going to save that, and I'm going to be putting it in the chat periodically throughout the day today. For anybody who wants to donate, guys, the link is in the comments below the video. Let me just put this in here. Amazon wish list donation link. There we go. It's in the comments below. Anybody who wants to donate, we really do appreciate it. As always, you guys have been incredible so far. We've gotten gifts from all over the country. I want to thank you all so much for that, as always. Once again, obviously, we got some new people. We got some new people coming in here. So I'm going to put that back up just so you guys can see what is achievable. What is achievable when good people come together? This is the... I'll put it in the other chats as well. I just put it on the Facebook and the YouTube. There's the link for that. Anybody who's watching, this is what is achievable when good people come together. They put aside their differences. I want to be clear. A lot of this stuff got donated by people I absolutely hate, people I detest, but I want to thank them for that. It's not about me. It's about Kevin. We have to set up coming to Liam's. Yes, Liam, my little buddy. He has a whole slew of donations from a food pantry. Siobhan, we're going to get that set up. I'm working out all the details in a moment. But I want to thank everybody so much for doing this. Here are the photos down in North Carolina of what we were able to bring down there. Just absolutely out of control. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank Callie for doing that. Absolutely great. We're not going to stop because more Americans need our help. More Americans need our help than ever before. And that's probably a good way to lead off the show because Hurricane Milton is making landfall in Florida right now. And look, as I said, I don't like this administration and I don't think they're doing a very good job. But any administration would be struggling right now. 2 historic hurricanes back to back in a particular area is always going to cause problems. And we pray for the people of Florida. We pray for the people still suffering in North Carolina and Tennessee. It kills me that I can't do more, which is why I thank all of you for all of your donations. Once again, I'm going to be cutting a video probably tomorrow night about what exactly we all need from people. I'm going to need vehicles for sure. For sure. I'm going to need vehicles over the course of the next week. Keep it locked in here for all the details, guys. As always, turn your notifications on so you never miss out on anything. Make sure you're following rumble.com/LFATV for all the updates on what's going on in the hurricane. So the big news of the day, obviously, what do we got here? So apparently Kamala Harris has accused Governor DeSantis of politicizing this by not taking her phone calls. Ron DeSantis, to his credit, has dealt with hurricanes before. They know what they're doing down in Florida. They get them all the time. But Governor DeSantis shot back at Kamala Harris for accusing him of politicizing this hurricane. And good on Governor DeSantis.
And we've been laser focused on leveraging all resources available, including from the federal government. And I've been in touch with both FEMA and the president, as well as marshaling all our state agencies and working to support our local communities. And so for Kamala Harris to try to say that my sole focus on the people of Florida is somehow selfish is delusional. She has no role in this. In fact, she's been vice president for 3.5 years. I've dealt with a number of storms under this administration. She has never contributed anything to any of these efforts. And so what I think is selfish is her trying to blunder into this. No. And here's the thing. She has no role. No, she has no role in this process. I'm in contact with the President of the United States. I'm in contact with FEMA director. I'm obviously managing all our state agencies. We're supporting all our local government. And I will say this. I've had storms under both President Trump and President Biden, and I've worked well with both of them. She's the first one who's trying to politicize the storm, and she's doing that just because of her campaign. She's trying to get some type of an edge. She knows she's doing poorly, and so she's playing these political games. I don't have time for political games. I've got people whose lives are on the line. I've got people whose homes and their possessions are on the line, and we are focused 100% on that mission. I'm not worried about playing her political games. And so she is being selfish by trying to blunder into this when we're working just fine.
They're working just fine. As I said, the state of Florida, look, they know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. That does not mean this is not going to be bad. It is going to be very bad. Look, obviously, I do not have an update live on the. I'm not on the ground in Florida. However, they have called for mandatory evacuations. If you're watching this, please, if it's safe to leave, please leave. Don't be brave, be smart. Get out of Dodge, because this is going to be bad. The Weather Channel put out a simulator of what some of these storm surges are going to look like. And look, I'm not going to sugarcoat this for you. This is some of the scariest shit I think I've ever seen in my life.
Let's talk more about that surge that Jim was mentioning, because the National Hurricane Center is warning that destructive storm surge will occur along parts of Florida's west coast tomorrow, and that's where we find our surge warnings. They stretch from the Everglades to Cedar Key, but also notice the potential for surge on the east coast of Florida, including Georgia and South Carolina, too. You will see surge outside the cone, but the highest is expected in Tampa and Sarasota. But look at that, Naples, we could get 4 to 7 feet there. Let's focus in on the Tampa Bay area, where we could see a record-setting surge over 9 feet. And I can use this simulation to show you what it will actually look like in Tampa. At 3 feet above normally dry ground, water is already life-threatening. It's too late to evacuate. Water this high can knock you off your feet, make cars float, and driving impossible. The first floor of homes and businesses are flooded. Unfortunately, the water is expected to rise even higher at 6 feet above the height of most people. Vehicles get carried away, structures start to fail. Just look at this. Anything could be in this water, sharp glass, debris, chemicals as well. The scary part is some areas could see surge values at 10 to 15 feet. And this takes us up to 9. And look what it does. At this level, the first floors of structures are completely flooded, and there are few places that it is safe when the water rises this high. We want everyone to know their evacuation zone, listen to local officials, and evacuate when ordered to do so. And Jordan, you made a great point last time. This is not just a calm water. You're going to have waves, even whitecaps on the surge inland.
It's going to be nasty. You could, trying to think that you could walk in it. Please do not think that, all right? This thing will carry you away, especially when we've got the forecast that could go up to 15 feet that Steph talked about.
That is one of the scariest things I think I've ever seen. Really putting it into focus about how bad this is going to get, how bad it's going to get. On tomorrow's show, we're going to be talking, Sean's going to be on the show tomorrow. We're going to be talking about weather and the hurricanes and exactly all that the people of Florida are going to be going through. Look, this is nothing to mess around with. And I worry about what comes next. I do. I worry about what comes next after this. We're going to move on, guys, because there obviously is an election coming up, and unfortunately, the people of North Carolina, it's going to be tough. Things are going to be tough. The Board of Elections in North Carolina have gotten together and changed some of the election laws, which I know a lot of people were concerned about. We're going to get to that in 1 minute. Before we do, guys,
the biggest benefit, honestly, has been with my skin. Skin was more hydrated, more radiant.
This is the best superfood that you could take.
It has all the essential nutrients you need for your skin, your gut, energy, focus, mood, performance.
My hair has gotten so much thicker ever since taking this.
I used to have a probiotic, a green juice that replaced it all with this Armra colostrum. It is amazing.
You gotta take it.
If you want to try it, try armra.com.
Guys, head on over to tryarmra.com/LFATV. That is tryarmra.com/LFATV for the superfood formula. And start feeling better today. Make sure when you go there, you use promo code LFATV to get 15% off and free shipping so that they know that we sent you. That's tryarmra.com/LFATV. So a lot of people have been concerned about this. The state of North Carolina has decided to change some of its election laws. And look, we're going to get more information about this as we get closer to the election. But right now, some of these changes have some people concerned.
Fox News alert: Hurricane Helene wreaked havoc on North Carolina. The state will be reeling from the damage for years. And the storm just isn't impacting people's lives. It's affecting the election. Last night, the North Carolina Board of Elections announced changes to voting rules in counties impacted by Hurricane Helene. And some people are concerned. Senior political correspondent Kevin Corke is here. Kevin,
Evening, Jesse. They're talking about major changes in the voting process. Now, this is, they say, designed to help displaced voters in the Tar Heel state not only cast their ballots, but also make sure they have their voices heard this November. However, some Republicans are expressing deep reservations about the plan because of concerns about voter integrity. Now, the changes were approved by unanimous vote by the bipartisan board, coming just 10 days before early voting begins in the battleground state, and even as mail-in voting is already underway. Now, a couple of the changes I want to tell you about, including this: voters in the 13 counties that have been heavily affected by Hurricane Helene will now have more ways to obtain and deliver absentee ballots. By the way, more storms coming possibly. Voters in those counties will have longer to apply for absentee ballots. They'll be allowed to drop their ballots off anywhere in the state, not just in their home county. There will also be teams that will be sent to storm relief centers to help register more voters and, you guessed it, collect more ballots. What's more, the county boards will also be able to, by a bipartisan majority, hire poll workers from other counties and then move them all around the state to ensure there are enough experienced workers at each voting site. Now, the problem is, say critics, Jesse, we don't know where they're going to draw these poll workers from. And with ballots being able to be dropped off anywhere in the state, how can anyone accurately contest voter turnout discrepancies, say, in different counties? And keep this in mind, North Carolina was one of the last states to report back in 2020. It took them 10 days to certify the general election, despite being a relatively small state. Now, I can also add this very quickly. President Trump's team, the Trump-Vance campaign, issued a statement tonight asking for more access for North Carolinians. They say it is super important that the people who've already suffered from the storm don't lose their right to take part in this important election. And big amen for that, Jesse.
I don't know if I love or hate these late changes in the election law, but I know Mark Elias, the Democrat election lawyer who specializes in shenanigans, loves it. So that makes me a little suspicious, but who knows what's going to happen. It could work out. Yeah. We'll cover it as it unfolds.
That, of course, makes me a little suspicious as well. If Mark Elias likes it, I probably don't like it. This is why we keep talking about being too big to rig. Look, whether you think whatever you think about this hurricane or not, upways, downways, and sideways, these things happen. Unforeseen things happen. When we used to have one-day voting in this country, elections sometimes came down to whether or not it was raining in Cincinnati. That's just the way elections work. Here in New York, we had a congressional candidate lose because there was a snowstorm. And that's why we talk about the importance of getting out early voting, doing what needs to be done, because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen. But if you've already voted in Florida, then voting is one concern you don't have in these difficult times. So that's why it's so important to get out and do that. Guys, we're going to move on because there are a bunch of other stories that I want to get to. Make sure you're hitting the thumbs up button. Share the video out all over the place. We got big numbers today so far. I'm liking it. I am liking it a lot. Once again, guys, hit the thumbs up button. Share the video out. Before we keep going, Mike Lindell.
You're still looking good.
I'm still feeling good. You know, I've got all your MyPillow products. Mattress topper, bed sheets, MyPillows, towels, slippers, blankets, sleepwear, dog beds.
Whoa, Charles. Everyone now can get MyPillow products at huge discounts at MyPillow.com. That's right. Now's the time to go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to take advantage of our 3-in-1 sale. We're bringing you exciting new products, overstock specials, and closeout deals you won't find anywhere else. For example, when you buy one of our brand new MyPillow 2.0s, you get another one absolutely free. And with our overstock sale, you save 50% on our luxurious Giza Dream bed sheets. That's as low as $29.99 for the best sheets ever. And with our biggest closeout special, you get our all-season slippers for only $35. Or our sandals and slides for just $25. Quantities are limited, and once they're gone, they're gone.
Guys, head on over to MyPillow.com. Promo code LOUD, that's MyPillow.com. Promo code LOUD for up to 80% off everything on the website. That's MyPillow.com. Promo code loud. Haven't said hello to the live chat yet. Let's get this bad boy up there. Want to shout out everybody once again, guys. Callie, if you're watching in the chat, please drop that link for the Amazon wish list. We're gonna keep doing the stuff we need to do, guys. It's in the live chat. Click that link if you would like to donate to the hurricane relief efforts. We're gonna make sure this stuff gets to exactly where it needs to go. Carol, how are you? Hazel Kitty, how are you? Amanda Collins, how are you? North, South, West Patriot. I think that's what that says. Or not safe for work, Patriot. Whichever one. Jackie, how are you? Wood Geek. That's a new one. That looks like a new one. ZBM, what up there in the beautiful state of Idaho, where it seems like nothing goes wrong ever, ever, ever. Rachel Hawk, hello, Mr. Shy, watching from Manhattan. Mr. Shy, we're gonna be talking about Manhattan in just a moment. We're gonna be talking about Manhattan in just a moment, and not because my New York Mets are out there taking names and kicking ass. Not just because the New York Jets fired another coach. Not just because of all of those things, but because it turns out the King of New York is coming home, baby. The New York Post is now reporting that Donald Trump will be having a rally at Madison Square Garden, baby. The cathedral of sport, where some of the greatest moments in sports history have taken place. Right in the heart of Midtown Manhattan, Donald Trump, the man who helped build New York, is coming home. This from the New York Post. Former President Donald Trump will host a major rally at the Big Apple's iconic Madison Square Garden. The event, which will be held at the MSG's legendary arena, is set to take place October 27th, 9 days before Election Day. A massive turnout is expected at the rally, which will be first come, first serve, giddy up. Trump, who drew about 16,000 fans at the raucous Nassau Coliseum in Uniondale last month, look, 16,000 got in. There were 20,000 outside, and there's, I don't know, probably 200 people watching this show right now who can attest to that. The former President Trump's rally brought over 10,000 people in Corona Park, even though the permit we had only allowed for 3,500. But we don't have to talk. We don't, we'll just ignore that part. We'll ignore that part. The world's most famous arena has a capacity of nearly 19,500. The Garden, the home of the Knicks and the Rangers, is no stranger to political gatherings. The venue hosted the Democratic National Convention in 1924, 1976, 1980, 1992, as well as the Republican National Convention in 2024. Trump has teased the possibility of holding a rally in the Midtown Manhattan venue as part of his play to win the Empire State. Giddy up, let's go. He said, I think I'll do one in Madison Square Garden. He said to Maria Bartiromo on Fox News in February. New York has changed a lot in the last 2 years. People that would have never voted for me because I'm a Republican, I think they're going to vote for me, he added. Yeah, you got that right. In April, Trump reiterated his belief that MSG would take place soon. We're going to do a rally at Madison Square Garden, we believe. Trump told reporters in Lower Manhattan during one of his trials. I'm jacked. The Trump campaign did not respond for comment to the Post's did not respond to the Post request for comment. The campaign is expected to formally announce the rally on Wednesday in an email to supporters. Yeah, buddy. The King of New York is coming home. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. As a matter of fact, I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it. That's how excited I am. You're welcome, everyone. That song will be stuck in your head all day. Now, why does this matter? Why does this matter? As I've long said on this program, a lot of viewers from New York, New Jersey watching this. By the way, shout out to my boy Mike Crispy, who broke NewJersey.com. He broke them. I don't know if Mike talked about it on his show or not, but it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Can't wait to be in North Jersey with him on Saturday at the rally in Bergen County. And just in case there's anybody here watching from NJ.com, you can kiss my ass too. Absolutely broke them. But I've long said The route to Donald Trump's popular vote victory is going to run through the Holland Tunnel. It's going to be Long Island. It's going to be the downstate in New York. It's going to be North Jersey. Not to mention those 14 electoral votes in New Jersey. If Donald Trump is able to pick those up, that's the ball game. That's the ball game. The fat lady will be singing nice and early. We can all sit wherever we are on election night, find the person closest next to us, and spray them with champagne like we just won the World Series. If New Jersey is able to flip, and some of the polling is suggesting it is a hell of a lot more realistic than Democrats would have you believe. So Donald Trump at the iconic, the cathedral of sport, the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden. When did they say? When did they say it was going to be? October, where the hell is it in this? October 27th, 9 days before Election Day. I'm jacked. If you're from New York, you better be jacked. Get there aggressively early. Again, I can't state that any more clearly. There are no details yet about the event, but once again, get there. Like, if you want to get there at 8 a.m., get there at 6 a.m. And if you went to the last one, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But that's not going to be the only news out of New York today, because later in the show, we're going to be joined by Anthony Constantino, who decided to have himself a little bit of fun in upstate New York. Before we get to that, I got to talk about this story because it bothers me in a way that I have a difficult time describing. Melania Trump, who obviously, in her role, not only as First Lady, but as the wife to a billionaire, has been a philanthropist for quite some time. And she is always focused on children's causes. But recently, one of her donations to aid foster children was rejected because her last name is Trump. Melania Trump has told Fox News that she has faced discrimination from academic institutions refusing her charitable donations to foster care scholarships because she's married to Donald Trump. Last week, Melania Trump told Fox News that a university flatly rejected her charitable donation to a program that offers scholarships to foster kids. Real nice. Real nice. Let me see. Oh, here's the clip. I'll pull this up for you real quick, because this just shows you that some of these nonprofits that are out there have actually no desire to actually do the work they're set forth to do. They're basically just instruments of the machine, and that's why so many of them need to be looked into. I mean, if a billionaire's wife wants to send a bunch of foster kids to college, one would think they would be throwing money at, they would be running towards that money as quickly as possible. Here's the former First Lady.
You write some things in the book that I didn't know. Your bank canceling your account, this pushback from so many areas of your life that you never saw before. But suddenly, the powers that be wanted to cancel you. What happened and how did that feel?
It happened already in the White House, and soon he announced for politics, but later on, more when we left the White House, when I established my own business. As you said, the bank suddenly informed me they will not be able to do business with me anymore. Also, I had very prominent email distribution service provider just rapidly terminated my agreement. So suddenly, as well as the university, I was all agreed that they will accept my donations for the foster students, and because of the board directors, they called back, they found out that it was me, they didn't, they said we cannot go on. And it's very, very sad, because who suffered? They were children from foster community. They didn't have a scholarship that somebody will provide for them. They didn't want to do business with me because of political affiliation, my political beliefs. And, that was one of them, one of the canceling project.
Has it changed, do you think, in the last few years at all?
I think some people got the courage and they said, like, they see it, what's going on, and they're not afraid to speak. But it's still going on. I think it's still cancel culture, and that trend, it's still going on.
Absolutely disgusting behavior. Like I said, you would think some of these charities would be begging for money from billionaires. Just not those billionaires. Not certain billionaires. Not certain people who actually want to help. Seeing this stuff absolutely makes me sick. It absolutely makes me sick. Wild. Absolutely wild stuff. So, guys, in just a minute, we are going to be joined by a fellow New Yorker, Anthony Costantino, sorry. Sorry, I got a little something stuck in my throat. We're going to be joined by him in just a second to talk about what happened to him in upstate New York. He decided to put up a Trump sign on top of his building and was summarily sued by his local mayor and threatened with arrest if he lit up the sign. It's an absolutely wild story. But before we keep going, guys, hit that thumbs up button, share the video out all over the place. Let's get that live chat up on the screen. Once again, guys, if anybody would like to donate, the link... Oh, no, that's the wrong link. That's the wrong link. Boom, there we go. That's to a post-millennial story. If anybody would like to donate to the hurricane relief efforts, the link to the Amazon wish list is in the chat. If you guys wouldn't mind hitting that. Everyone's going to need our help out there. Matter of fact, I'll put it in the restream as well. That way people can get to it there. Anybody who wants to donate, we really do appreciate it, guys. Once again, hit the thumbs up button. Share the video out all over the place. Check out this story, guys. It's pretty wild. We'll be back in a minute.
Good evening, I'm Liz Bishop. A prominent local business owner in Amsterdam is causing quite a stir with a massive political sign. The CEO of Sticker Mule making headlines with a Vote for Trump display, even though it is raising some red flags with code enforcement. Now, CBS 6's Brianna Supardi joins us. She's live outside the former Founds building. That's where this sign was lit up tonight. And Bree, tell us more about the lighting and the reaction.
Liz, while political signs are nothing new during the election season, hundreds gathered for this particular sign tonight. It's visible from the New York State Thruway, but city officials say it violates city code because they say it's distracting to drivers at night. But despite that, tonight the CEO of Sticker Mule, Anthony Costantino, hosted a rally garnering massive support to light it up.
All right, light it up.
A Vote for Trump sign now sits lit up atop the former Founds building in Amsterdam, attracting hundreds to 26 Elk Street Monday night. Sticker Mule CEO Anthony Costantino defended the sign, claiming it was within his rights to express political views and that the sign complies with free speech protections.
To my surprise, they all said go for it. Light the sign and spend a few days in jail. At the last moment, he fixed everything. I'm not going to jail, and we're going to light the sign.
The sign did not sit well with city officials, with the mayor saying it did not comply with a permit requirement. According to the mayor, who is a Democrat, Sticker Mule approached the city about putting up the sign in early August. While the sign did not comply with the permit requirement, the city told Sticker Mule they could apply for a variance. The mayor says the city didn't hear from Sticker Mule until the sign went up on October 1st. A restraining order was filed and the sign was temporarily covered. That is until Monday night.
Massive victory today on behalf of our lawyer, and we're going to keep the sign up. The sign's a beautiful sign. Our lawyer's going to take it to court.
In regards to the restraining order, the company claims, quote, the motion for a temporary restraining order is vacated in full. We moved to vacate it and they granted the motion. We're still waiting for verification from officials about the claims Sticker Mule is making about the court motion. The company said that a court hearing set originally for tomorrow on this matter is no longer happening. Now, we reached out to the mayor's office for a comment, but we are still waiting to hear back. Reporting live in Amsterdam, Brianna Supardi, CBS 6 News. Liz?
All right, Bree, thanks very much.
Alrighty, guys, we are back. Look, I'm super excited to have my next guest on. You guys know I love to introduce you guys to phenomenal people doing phenomenal work for the movement. You just saw the clip of what went up in Amsterdam, New York. Guys, please welcome the CEO of Sticker Mule, Anthony Castatino. How are you?
Thanks, Kevin. Really happy to be here.
Awesome, man. Well, look, I played the clip on yesterday's show for everybody of the giant sign that you can now see from the New York State Thruway on top of your building that says "Vote for Trump." That is awesome. That's better than any billboard I've seen on the Pennsylvania Turnpike or anywhere else. Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself and how the sign came to be, because you dealt with some problems from the not surprising Democrat mayor of your town.
Yeah, it's a wild story. It ended up being a lot crazier story than I ever thought it was going to be. But I like to do creative and fun stuff, and I've been watching this problem of anti-Trump hate for the last 8 years. I've been watching Trump get bullied and his supporters get bullied and intimidated and harassed for the last 8 years. And after they fired the first shots, the one that hit his ear, I decided to speak up and do something. So I wrote an email that a lot of people on the internet ended up reading. It went viral. And then ever since then, I've been trying to use my creativity to do whatever I can to fix this problem and bring people together and stop all the hate directed at Trump supporters and Trump himself. And so, yeah, I did this thing. I did another thing real quick called Sticker Pack, stickerpac.com, where anyone can go and get really fun, happy, uplifting Trump stickers. My team always tells me I forget to tell people about that, but we've already shipped out 30,000 packs or so, and we want to ship out over 100,000. So go grab your free stickers there. But then we got together and said, what else could we do? And we decided to put a really fun, beautiful sign on top of our building. And that was designed by a team of local artists. It's an artistically designed, beautiful sign, handcrafted in steel by a team of local builders. And we put it on top of the building. We thought it was going to be something really nice, something really special. And then the mayor intentionally or unintentionally made the sign a lot more special. Originally, the sign was going to signify the return of manufacturing to America, because we brought manufacturing back to America, and Trump's been leading the charge to make that happen. But now it's part of the global battle for free speech, because I put the sign up and all of a sudden everyone wanted to come see it get lit. We were going to do a sign lighting party. I got on the phone. A friend recommended I call Henry Cejudo, who's a big-time Trump supporter. He's an Olympic gold medalist. He's an American hero. Two-division UFC champion, and he brought two of his friends out, two other UFC superstars, Kelvin Gastelum, Tracy Cortez. They all came out to want to see the sign. So next thing I know, people want to fly in from all over the country. People want to drive in. We had bikers wanting to do rallies to come in, and our mayor got word and hit me with a restraining order forbidding me from lighting up the sign, forbidding me from showing the sign. I sadly had to cover the sign in plastic or whatever they used to cover it. My lawyer said, look, if you don't cover that thing right away, you're going to jail. And so I had to cover it up. And leading up to the event, it was 30 minutes going into the event, I was on the phone with my lawyers. I had to retain criminal counsel. And my lawyers told me, look, if you light that sign, if you display the sign, you're going to jail. I think about 3,000 people had showed up to see the thing get done. I was on the phone with Newsmax, or I was on a call with Newsmax, doing an interview with Newsmax right before. They said, what are you going to do? Are you going to light the sign and pay a fine? I said, it's not a fine. They want to put me in jail. And they said, well, what are you going to do? I said, I'll be honest with you, I don't know. I got a tough decision ahead of me. And a few minutes before the event, I got off the phone with Newsmax. My lawyer called me. He said, we had a great call with the judge. And the judge vacated the restraining order, lifted the restraining order, and we got to go on with the event and light the sign. So it turned into a really interesting day, a lot more interesting. I thought it was going to be a fun and interesting day, but it really turned out to be much, a really special, unique day in my life, and a unique day in Amsterdam history, and maybe a unique day in American history.
No, absolutely. And, we see so many, not only attacks on free speech, but attacks on Trump supporters' ability to just voice their opinions. I can't tell you how many people I speak to on a daily basis who are worried about wearing a Trump hat, worried about wearing a Trump shirt in public, because they're in fear that some crazy person is going to do something to them. And I've spent time up by you. I spent a lot of time in Albany. Needless to say that we are not always so welcome in that particular region over there. But it's I'm going to be honest with you. I'm kind of mad I didn't know about it, or I would have come up and done the show live from from outside of the building because the video from it is absolutely spectacular. And you were talking about manufacturing coming back, and so many people talk about it, but they don't actually do it. I know Amsterdam, New York, is notorious as one of those towns, one of those forgotten American towns, like Gary, Indiana, or Middleton, Ohio, a place that is really was once booming, but is now, as Donald Trump described it in his first inaugural, sort of those tombstones all over America. So the fact that you've got a facility there bringing jobs to a local community, and then you get pushback from your mayor because he's a Democrat, just shows you that these people don't have any morals. They don't have any principles. It's just about power, and it's just about winning.
Yeah, I don't think we're forgotten anymore. We got a thank you from President Trump himself. So, the city's got a lot to be proud of. And I talked to a local journalist, and he said, Anthony, I've never seen a situation like this where everybody's on your side, Democrat, Republican, independent, indifferent, doesn't matter who you are. Everybody was behind me for doing the sign. The mayor made a big mistake. Now he's backtracking and apologizing, saying, I never intended to throw Anthony in jail. I didn't want to do that. But I never intended to throw Anthony in jail. I didn't want to do that. But
he's backtracking now because
he put a restraining order on me.
Exactly. And you know what? That's what we tell people this all the time, that if you try to get canceled, if somebody tries to cancel you and they try to do all this nonsense, all they're going to end up doing is putting a bigger spotlight on it, because this would have just been another billboard, another sign on another highway in America. But because they tried to stop it, because they tried to get in the way of free speech, you're now a national story. I mean, I'm getting calls because it's so funny. So, I'm down on Long Island. People heard Amsterdam, New York. They assume that, New York is all like Manhattan Island and we all live next to each other. So everyone's like, oh, have you been there? Have you seen it? And I'm like, no, it's like 3.5 hours away. But it's
worth the drive. Trust me, there's a great pizza place right nearby. I brought everyone to afterwards. It's called Lorenzo's, and they said, wow, this is the best pizza I ever had. And in fact, we got an operation in Italy. We got Sticker Mule Italy. We got 100 people in Italy. And when my Italian teammates come to town, they say, geez, you guys got better pizza than we got in Italy. So, hey, come up and see the sign and get some pizza. But I hope, I hope the sign's beautiful. I hope, once he wins, hopefully President Trump comes and looks at it himself. I think that'd be great. The community's all hoping for that. And who knows, maybe it'll happen. But I think he's going to win big. But we want to see a massive win. Everyone's got to go out and vote and make that happen.
Oh, absolutely. And I've long said it to our friends in blue states all over the country, whether it's Jersey, Massachusetts, Illinois, California, or New York. Donald Trump's popular vote win is going to come through these blue states. I mean, we're already seeing it. I mean, not that I trust the last vote anyway, but, he's polling at least 10 points better than the loss he had with Joe Biden. And I think that most of that has to do with where I live on Long Island and where you live in the capital region of New York. Are you feeling it on the ground up there as well? Some sort of sea change between the way things were and the way things could be?
I'll tell you, I talked to 3 people today that said I'm a Democrat and I'm voting for Trump. And, they said the sign influenced them. The way I was treated influenced them. So, and all the other stuff's going on influenced them. So, even if you're in a blue state, go vote Trump this time. We've got to see the numbers as high as possible to stop what I call anti-Trump hate. When people see how many people support him, the hate's going to go away and we're going to be in a much happier, more unified country. So we want him to win, but we want everyone unified. And the best way to make that happen is to go vote for him so people know that how many millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions of people support him.
Absolutely. So why don't you tell us a little bit about Sticker Mule? Obviously, I'm sure most people can work out the roundabout about what it is. But tell us a little bit about it. Obviously, everybody, what's the website? Is it stickermule.com, I think?
Yeah, we're stickermule.com. My PR guy keeps yelling at me. He says, you never talk about the company. All you do is talk about this stuff going on. I said, look, I'm not out putting myself. I've never been out there in the public. I'm not out here trying to promote the company. I want to do what's right for the country. I want to help people and make everyone happier. But for those of you that don't know about us, we're the internet's hottest printing company. We're a great American business, but we're really all over the world. I got people in 39 countries. I love people from all different backgrounds, and I love people, like Elon. I love humanity, and And so, yeah, we're a hot internet printing company, super easy to buy from us. That's why people like us. And we're spinning up something called Sticker Mule Stores. We're going to be the easiest way to sell products on the internet now. We already got 12,000 people open stores. It's still in beta. We haven't even announced it yet, but we're beta testing with 12,000 people, including Henry Cejudo, Olympic gold medalist, 2-division UFC champion, Ricky Berwick, who's one of the funniest people on the internet. He's out of Canada, Don Jr., and a number of other interesting people, and tens of thousands of 10,000 plus artists and just regular people that want to express themselves and sell fun stuff and make a little money on the side, or maybe a lot of money.
Well, luckily you're sitting down with someone who owns his own brand, if you can tell from everything being exactly the same on here.
So yeah, we need a loud majority store. The great thing about Sticker Mule Stores is we do everything. So it takes seconds to spin up a store. You can add all your products. We do all the shipping, fulfillment, customer service. All you got to do is sit back, let your brand get more exposure, promote it a little bit, and make money. We're going to try to make it the easiest way to sell and also the most lucrative way to sell.
I love it. That's what I love to hear. So stickermule.com, guys, head over there, support this guy because let's be honest, I'm sure those legal fees were not cheap.
There's more coming. We're still fighting with the city over this. Like I said, I had to retain criminal counsel, and it was wild. I talked to somebody today. The mayor said, "Oh, I never intended to arrest him. I was never going to arrest him." Well, first of all, the mayor doesn't make arrests, so he doesn't know what he's talking about, right? Mayors don't get to arrest people, so I don't know what he said. I was never going to arrest them. Mayors don't get to put handcuffs on people. The police do it. But the order that he put in place, guaranteed that I was going to get arrested if I displayed that sign. So he went to the judge. He got the order put in place that guaranteed my arrest. If I didn't have an outstanding legal team, I'd probably be in jail right now. So I don't know. It's crazy. The mayor saying, I didn't want to arrest him. He doesn't know what he's talking about because he doesn't get to make arrests, but his actions did put me in legal jeopardy, which is really a sick thing when you look at the fact that I'm operating the best employer in the city. I bought 7 or 8 abandoned buildings and saved them from demolition. I bought a building. It was called Mohawk Dairy. It was a dairy farm backed grocery store, and they shut down that building. The floors were all warped. I spent probably $1 million renovating it. I spent, I don't know how much money renovating things in the city. And so these are the types of corruption that Donald Trump is fighting against. I'm getting a firsthand look at it. So if you're on the fence about voting, if you're on the fence about whether you should support Trump, listen to my story, listen to what's going on. And even if you're in blue state, go vote and make your voice heard and help fix the situation we got going on in America.
I absolutely love the message, man. And I love the fact that you're giving back to your own local community, saving it from bringing it back to its once great glory. Anthony Constantino, thank you so much, guys. That's www.stickermule.com. Head on over there. Check it all out, guys. Support this guy because, let's be honest, the mayor may have backed off for now, but something tells me Democrats, they have long memories when it comes to grudges.
Yeah, he's not going to be happy with me for a long time. But real quick, also go to stickerpac.com. Very important, as many people as possible get free Trump stickers and hand them out so you can uplift people and get a positive message out about President Trump. The stickers are helping. People think it's funny, they're just stickers, but everything we do helps to uplift the nation and bring people together and speak positively about Trump so all this hate goes away and we get back to liking each other and being friends again no matter what your beliefs are and who you vote for. So thank you so much for having me on today, Kevin. It's great.
Absolutely, man. Anytime you're welcome back. And I promise you, I will brave 87 and I will make my way up there at some point because I gotta get a picture with that sign, my friend.
Thank you. Everyone needs to come take a picture eventually. It's going to be like the Hollywood sign. Look, I got the shirt, but it's going to be like this. What somebody told me today, I said, it's going to be like the Hollywood sign. They said, Anthony, it's nicer than the Hollywood sign. It's more beautiful. It's handcrafted. It lights up at night. In fact, I was in the parking lot today doing an interview with Roger Stone, and I called my team. I said, light the sign. They said, no, it goes on automatically when the sun goes down. So I told them, no, we got to get it. We should just have it lit around the clock. We don't want to wait for that. It's beautiful. It lights up when the sun goes down. It's multicolor. It's gorgeous.
We got to get you. We got to get you
the Hollywood sign.
We got to get you those things like at the Hollywood sign on the bottom.
All right.
Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.
All righty, guys. We will be right back. So, guys, that's the kind of stuff that we're talking about when you hear people out there like James O'Keefe saying, be brave, do something. Look, not every one of you has a giant building that overlooks the New York State Thruway. I understand that. Not all of you have that. However, what you all can do is wear your MAGA gear proud. Wear it out in public. Wear it everywhere. Show everybody that you're not afraid. That is the way you spread the message. That's the way you do it. That is that little bit you can do to let your neighbor know that they're not alone. Because I promise you, once you see one Trump flag pop up on your block, you will start to see others. You will give your neighbors the courage and the confidence to do it themselves. For too long, we have been scared into silence. But no more. No more. Less than 30 days left, guys. If you're waiting to do something, what the hell are you waiting for? What the hell are you waiting for? Guys, we got two more stories that I want to get to before we wrap up for today. Before we get to all of that, guys, head on over to loudmajorityusa.com. That's loudmajorityusa.com. Sign up for the newsletter. Check out our shop. There is, I mean, every day you go, I really mean this. Every day you go on this website, you are going to find something new. That is not hyperbole. That is real. There's a new pair of leggings on there. We got the I'm Voting for the Felon t-shirt. The dark MAGA hats, baby, so you can be as cool as Elon Musk. We also got new embroidered golf polos for all my golfers down there at Hilton Head or wherever the hell it is you may be golfing. So many new stuff. We've also got a Loud Majority Kofifi, which you can sign up for as a monthly supply. We've got it in grounds and in whole beans. Check that out right there. Also, the packaging on this is going to be absolutely phenomenal when you get your friends over. They're going to be asking you, where the hell did you get that spectacular coffee from? Check this out. Whoever designed this is probably awesome. Just saying. They got whole beans. Look at this. With the little Stay Loud on the back. That's how you support the movement and everything we've got going on. By going to loudmajorityusa.com. That's loudmajorityusa.com. Sign up for the newsletter. Check out our shop. And you can use promo code LFA to get 20% off everything on the website. That's promo code LFA to get 20% off everything on the website. Once again, guys, in the live chats everywhere, I have put the Amazon link for anybody who wants to donate to the hurricane relief. We really do appreciate your support. So, let's get to the final story of the day, because we've heard people back and forth. We got Elon for Trump. We got Mark Cuban for Harris. We got the women on The View coming out for Harris. That guy from Shazam came out for Trump. But, you know, I got to be honest with you. I think this recent endorsement for Kamala Harris is going to have quite the impact. Quite the impact. Because I don't know if you guys heard this or not, but it turns out that the porn industry is putting out a $100,000 ad campaign for Kamala Harris. Now, I will not be the one. I will not be the person to draw the connection between the fact that the porn industry has now come out and endorsed Kamala Harris, a woman who got her start in political office by sleeping with a married man who was 35 years older than her. I will not be the person that makes that connection. However, if you want to, feel free. Feel free. This from the Post-Millennial. The porn industry has come out in support of Kamala Harris launching a $100,000 ad campaign claiming that Donald Trump will lead to a porn crackdown. Ads will run on porn sites in 7 swing states: Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, North Carolina, Georgia, Arizona, and Nevada, and claim the conservatives will ban pornography and imprison those who are involved in its production. The Hands Off My Porn campaign, which is a little bit on the nose, or on something else, is hoping that its efforts will sway voters particularly young men. Data from Survey Center on American Life found that 44% of men between the ages of 18 and 29 and 57% of men between 30 and 49 had watched porn in the last month. This, of course, is a key demographic that Kamala Harris simply cannot win. In another statement, this one from porn actor Holly Randall says, I've been in the industry for over 25 years and have witnessed attacks on my industry. But Project 2025's ban on pornography is the most extreme proposal I've ever seen. 25 years in the industry. She must be exhausted. We simply cannot rely on precedent that consuming pornography is legal and has been legal for a long time. First off, there's no attempt to ban pornography at all. Like, not even a little bit. Not even like a small bit. Also, Project 2025, again, the lie that Donald Trump has nothing to do with. You know that. I know that. So, just so you know, if there's any porn consumers out there, I think it's pretty funny that someone in the porn industry thinks it's a good idea to run an ad with Kamala Harris just before you start watching porn. Yeah. There's so many jokes rolling in my mind right now that I'm not even going to go there. Not even going to go there. Guys, I will be back live tomorrow. I want to thank everybody so much for tuning in. Once again, the link is in the comments of this video for anybody who wants to donate to the hurricane relief efforts. Guys, we really do appreciate the support. Hit that thumbs up button on the way out the door. So many of you want me to go there, and I'm not going there. And I'm not going there. I'm not doing it. I'll let you think about it for yourselves. You know what? If you have a good joke, leave it in the comments section. If not, Ryan Botta coming up next here on this network. Until tomorrow, everybody, stay loud.